Hello guys, I am back with another video, and I just heard that Dying Light 2 has finally been released. And you see, I'm gonna try and get it though. And let me tell you, I've played the first game and I liked it, but seeing the trailers to this game makes me definitely want to try it out, you know? And And like I explained in my very first video, that I'm trying my best to make great content for you guys, and I've looked at my videos and I only got one single like, and I want a lot more than that. I'm trying my hardest to come up with some good content for you guys to watch, something that you can be entertained with. uh, but by the way, look at these movies that I have. This one is recently new. My mom got me this a couple days ago. You remember this? Freebirds? Of course you do. Who would forget about that movie? And I've also got these movies. You can see them all. You can see them all, right? I saw this one when I was just a kid, right here. This movie, 9. That's a good movie. I also saw this movie once, back when I was a kid too. It's Godzilla. This one takes place in New York, that sort of thing. I've I've got like a lot of movies here. And before I started this video, I started watching Alpha and Omega. Well, I was anyway, but I kind of paused it because I wanted to make a video this morning. Uh, but many of you guys might not know this, but I was bullied once a very, very long time ago. I've always wanted to try and open up about this, but I think now is probably a good time. And you see, a long time ago, when I was, still on training wheels, that sort of thing. Anyway, when I was like that young, my brother had a friend a long time ago. Now, at first they were friends, but when he started bullying me, that's when their friendship ended. My brother, since he's the eldest, he, does what any good brother would do. He stood up for me. But of course, back then and now, I've always had some anger issues, which always got me kicked out of school. You know? And I've always tried to always remain calm, but there are a lot of people out there that just will not listen to, to people. Like, say when someone's being annoying and you ask them to stop, but they won't, but eventually you just hit the end of your fuse and you just straight up attack them because they wouldn't stop. I mean, I should know, because this one time, uh, back on a bus, there was this kid behind me who had a toy car, and he always went like vroom, 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 repeatedly. He always kept going vroom, vroom, vroom. And I even told him to stop because I was getting angry. And I tried to get him to stop, but he just wouldn't. And eventually, I couldn't take the noise anymore. I got up, turned around, and hit the kid right in the face. And my point is, I've tried my hardest to always remain calm, but I just can't control myself when people won't, even though people won't listen. Anyway, back to the other story. Oh, that takes place a long time ago before what I just told you. When my you see, there's this kid that, like I told you before, his name was Trey. That was his name. The friend, the guy, the kid that used to be my brother's friend, but stopped being his friend when he started bullying me. Anyway, after when my brother learned that he was bullying me, they stopped being friends. And there was this one time where he had stolen my bike once and put his name on it. Even that, I even got it back. I even once got it back, but that was a long time ago. Now, but the whole bike stealing part, that took place after learning how to ride a bike. And you see, this kid was a pansy. He wore football gear, that sort of thing. And and you see, my brother was able to win the fight because, the guy wore football gear during the fight, so it means that he was a wuss. And well, like I said, brothers, that older brothers, they stand up for you. Older siblings will always have your back. And you see, I kind of wish that my brother wouldn't have to always do that for me, though. I mean, I only got bullied once, but that doesn't mean I didn't get a bike stolen again, because later, when I was 12, I was in middle school, and I took my bike there. One day when I did take my bike there, all of a sudden that bike was gone, and which means it was stolen. After when it was stolen, I had to get a ride from my mom back to school that day, back from school. But that doesn't mean I didn't get the bike back, because I did get the bike back. Anyway, hold on a second. Anyway, you see, I've always had a rough life. Could never really control my temper. But you see, I've always had a vivid imagination when I was young. For example, I've always drawn a lot of things. There was nothing I wouldn't have done with a pencil and paper. And I've always drawn all the time. I just found that a source of my entertainment back then. And I've always drawn stuff. And I would do it in class, I do it on the play, I draw on the playground, I draw at home. I just would do it anywhere, And you see, how should I say? I guess you can say, when someone takes me out of my world, which is either drawing or video games, when someone takes me out of there, I just lose my temper when that happens. But it's been a very long time since I drawn. I don't draw as much as I used to anymore. I still do draw, I just don't do it as often as I used to, because I used to do it constantly back then. Really constantly. If I ever wanted to calm down back then, I just start drawing. Oh, man. But the same thing goes for movies and video games back then when someone brings me out of those brings me out of the world that I'm in. Like if I'm playing a game or watching a movie and someone brings me out of it, I just completely lose it. I get really angry. And I guess you can say I just can't, like, I just, I don't know how to put it into a word, but all I know is that I'll just lose it when that happens. But nowadays, I just pull myself out of my own world. But that way, no one can do that for me. That way, I won't lash out at them. And I've grown up. I well, I can't believe that happened. Anyway, growing up, I didn't have a really good relationship with people, you know, because of the whole temper thing. I could never control it, even though I went to places where I could. Like, there was this one place with the cottages. Like, this one kid was, like, in the middle of the living room in one of the cottages, and it was just me and him in that room. And you see, he was standing there making a random annoying noise, and I kicked him like right here. And you see, doing that kind of came at a cost, because when I did that, he just freaking strangled me. Like he had his hands on my neck, and wow. But good thing that one of the staff was in the next room and could hear me stomp my foot, because I had to like think really quick to save my life right there, because I remember that before I kicked the guy, I was once stomping my foot because I wanted to do the whole "we will rock you" thing, but I was told to stop, so I did. So I thought of getting that guy's attention to bring him into the room, so I started stomping my foot on the ground to get the guy's attention get to get him to come into the room. And the guy did do that. I think his name was James. And you see that guy, when he came into the room, he saw what was going on. He quickly pulled the guy right. He pulled the kid right off of me, and I'm glad he did so, because I couldn't breathe. Man. But I get it. Uh, just because, but I get it that I shouldn't have kicked the kid, but I just lost my temper was all, and I didn't want to, but I just wanted the noise to just stop, you know. But I'm just I just wish I just wish I could control myself, you know. I'm a nice guy. I really am. I just can't control myself when I get angry. And back then, when I ever hurt someone, like their feelings or actually hurt them, I get like, I used to get like this hurt feeling inside me that always made me cry after the things that I've done. I think it was like regret. It's what always made me cry back then. Ah, man. Oh. But, I hope you guys can understand what that's like. I hope you guys can anyway. I think I'm gonna end the video here now. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.